Hello, hello. Welcome to Feel Good Friday, live with Pamela. This is Pamela with Passionate About Scrapbooking, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the Texas Hill Country, Fredericksburg, Texas, to be exact. And I'm so excited about this session today, sharing what I've done for the week and what we're going to create today, the fun fold cards. Let me know if you can hear me. I think my AirPods are working today. Hope you've had a great week. Drop a comment if you don't mind. Let me know you're here, where you're viewing from. Today, I'll be creating two fun fold cards using the new Stampin' Up! Online exclusive Adventure Together bundle. I've been using this all week long, and I'll show you my other projects here in just a moment. But we have the complete bundle, the cling stamps, along with the dies. We've been doing some road trip scrapbook pages this week. We're going to have a little fun with a couple of different ideas today for our fun fold cards. And what else? Oh, we are using the January 25 scrapbook brochure, Everyday Happiness Designer Series paper, and the I've got some regular 8.5 by 11 cardstock here that I cut down for a standard card, but then we also used the two-toned Everyday You and Me cardstock bundle that coordinates with this paper collection. Good morning, Tina. Thank you for joining me from Tennessee, and Julie from West South Dakota. Awesome. So we're kind of spread out here. I'm in the Texas Hill Country. Thank y'all for joining me. And let's see what else. So that's what we're going to use today. But before we dig into there, I'm going to go over a few other things. So this is the very last day, February 28th, for celebration, where you can spend $60, order whatever you want, and then you can choose from this brochure. It's all listed on the website. There's a link in the description to my website with a host code. And you can pick, with a $60 purchase, you can pick any of these items for free. If you spend 120, you can choose two items out of this collection right here. So I was just going to flip through this real quick. You can go to the website and see all the ideas or all the products there as well. When you spend 120, you can choose two of any of those back there. You can also choose this bundle, which is amazing, adorable. I've played with it just a tiny bit. You can search the internet and see all kinds of beautiful ideas with this heart die and the stamp set and these super cute little dies that are in here. There's also another stamp set, a border stamp set here that you could use. Good morning, Debbie. Debbie's my friend here in Fredericksburg, Texas. Loyal and true. And then there's also, today's the last day to join Stamping Up with the celebration bonus sign up bonus where you can, on top of the $125 that you can choose in product, you can add this stamp set along with two of the Stampin' Right assortments, either in brights, neutrals, regals, or subtles. I don't even know how to say it. Um, or you can add an additional $30 so you could pick $155 of product of your choice and only pay $99. And you get a paper pumpkin kit, like a past paper pumpkin kit in your starter kit. So great time to sign up to be a demonstrator. You can reach out to me if you have more questions about that, but today is the last day to get that bonus. And then this week I guess this is kind of like a pre-opening is what you would call it, to my new Scrap and Create kit slash club. So starting this week, I'm doing the kit that you can, here it is, that you can get. Give me one second. For the projects that I made this week. So let me show you what I've created so far this week. On Monday, for my Make It Monday live, I created this 12 by 12 two-page scrapbook layout featuring the papers that we're using today, along with the stamp set and dies. We had lots of fun with that. I added a little extra, maybe, yeah, just a tiny bit after my live. So if you were part of the live and I don't know, I pretty much got this one done. I think I had to do photos and journaling. I hadn't gotten those done. So you can see the finished pages here. You can check out my Instagram or Facebook page, Passionate About Scrapbooking, or Facebook's actually my name, Pamela Blackwell, Stampin' Up, Independent Stampin' Up Demonstrator. And then on Wednesday, I did this 12 by 12 single scrapbook page, and we incorporated a fun way to do your title into your journaling. This one I did when I was done at the end of the video. I wasn't quite happy with it. So afterwards, I kind of brainstormed a little bit and then I added this cool little tear up here. I actually did this because there was a little smudge right there. So that's, and then I just felt like this needed more. I added this along with this little stencil I did area of the tracks. I needed it bolder up here and bolder over here because I did these splatters to cover up a little ink smudge over there as well. So I'm happy with how my page turned out. So these are projects that you can recreate following my videos from the week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. They're all uploaded on YouTube. Now, if you're on Facebook, Facebook's new policy is that these videos will be deleted after 30 days, which that stinks. Hello, Louise from Maryland. Thanks for joining me and saying hello. So, my Scrap and Create kit, I brainstormed this and tried to figure out the best way to do this for all of us involved. I was worried I wouldn't have the time or energy to cut every little piece out for you. So I'm giving you like quarter sheets and half sheets and full sheets of designer series paper and cardstock. In this particular kit for this week, you're going to get, now this, I think there's only one thing in here that may change a little bit because I'm waiting on an order to come in. I think it comes today. But you're going to get a quarter sheet of 8.5 by 11 wild wheat for like the card we're doing today. You'll also get a quarter pack of the designer series paper. So you'll have all the patterns. These are 6 by 12 sheets. And this designer series paper is a little bit different because there were only 3 patterns front and back in this instead of 6 different patterns and then 6 different patterns on the back. So, but you get a total of 6 of the 6 by 12. Then you'll also get some of the two-toned cardstock in 6 by 12. So that's the um since it's two-tone, this is the real color, I guess, right here. I think we've got very vanilla, gray granite, pecan pie, Mossy Meadow, and Pretty Peacock. When you flip it over, that's just a lighter tone. It may be kind of hard to see in to tell the difference, but there's two tones on that. So you'll get 5 sheets of that. You'll get a sheet of basic white 8.5 by 11 cardstock. You'll get three 12 by 12 white willow cardstocks for your scrapbook pages. And then this sheet will actually be Lost Lagoon. But I don't have a full 12 by 12 Lost Lagoon, but you'll get a full 12 by 12 Lost Lagoon, and you'll get a PDF as well of how to recreate all my projects with links to the videos. And this way you will have to cut things to create your pages. But if you don't want to create my pages or my projects as is, you have the option to use this sample pack. It's kind of like a sampler, and do whatever you want with it. So that's kind of that is the direction I'm going with that. So there's some options there. So this week you can purchase your Adventure Together Scrap and Create kit. Actually, you can earn it for free. You can earn it for free with a $50 order through my Stampin' Up website. The $50 is before tax and shipping. And beginning next week, and I've been trying to get my email out all week long, and we had family come in Wednesday and yesterday. So it'll be today before I get my newsletter out, and it'll have all the details about my new Scrap and Create Kit Club. So from here on out, every week there'll be a packet like I just showed you, the kit that you can earn for free with a $50 order, or you can purchase it outright. And I need to double check my numbers on that, but right now I think I'm looking at about $26 a week. And then if you want to join the club for the month, it's $96, and you'll get a packet for 4 weeks for like the month of March, the month of April, so forth. And if you want to be part of the VIP club, then I think it's $104, and you'll get a bonus embellishment plus access to my new Facebook group where we'll build up our community, and we'll have extra ideas and tips and fun things to do with your leftovers, because this is what I have left over from my projects this week. So there's still quite a bit. Quite a bit of cardstock here. I just kept these. These are what we die cut out. I could cut that little piece off and use it as a banner or something. I tore this off. I didn't end up using this anywhere else, but you could use this on another project possibly. Let me show you a little bit more. Let's see here. This is after I cut today. Now I cut a few extra pieces I didn't end up using in here, but this is like all your scraps. So you still have plenty of product that you can create more cards or add to cards or whatnot from your kit. So I'm excited about that. And I'm excited to challenge myself each week on using just those limited supplies. So I think that might be it. If you have any questions, let me know. To get the kit for free, you'll need to use the link in my description with my host code. So that there is a link in there. Just click on that and it should populate it. Just make sure when you're checking out, you're using the host code. And let's see. Good morning, Christine. Thanks for joining me. So celebration, my Scrap and Create Kit Club, or just the kit for the week. I'm kind of looking to see if there's anything else. Um, we're using online exclusives and scrapbook brochure products today. We're going to do some coloring. I didn't show it, but with your kit, you'll also get embellishments for the projects for the week. We're using the linen thread, and I already forgot what these were called. Um, I'm not sure where my full package is. I was going to kind of look real quick, but yeah, I'm not even sure where it's at the moment. So, but those embellishments, I've used them throughout the week. You'll get those as well in your kit. And I'm pulling out, we're going to do some coloring today. Throughout the week, I've shown you different techniques on how to do your little camper. We stamped on DSP here and did a little bit of coloring with the watercolor pencils down here. We also did a little bit of paper piecing. We stamped on some more designer series paper and fussy cut this little awning out. I've learned that this wasn't a camera and this was the door to the camper. The whole time I thought it was a camera, but I think you could use it as a camera as well. I just never got around to attempting it. I think I have it in my somewhere in here. I was going to look and show you. So it's a die. And see, doesn't that look like a camera? You could totally make it into a camera. But it ended up, I learned it's actually the door, which, you know what? I think I'm going to leave this out and maybe use it on that one since I have it pre-cut already. So, and then today, so we use some blending pens, we use some watercolor pencils for the week. You can color and do whatever you want with this set. If you don't have it, you want to follow my projects for the week, this would be what you would want to order for your $50. I'm not even sure exactly what the retail is for this, but there is a link down in the description for it. You can just click on it. I think it populates the host code in there as well, and then use inks and or just stamp on paper, kind of like I showed for the week. All right, so let's get busy with our fun fold cards. Um, I'm going along with, I asked ChatGPT. If you've been following me for a little while, you know I love AI. I love to ask it how, like, to help me with scrapbook titles, journaling for my scrapbook pages, photo ideas. I asked it today. I needed some ideas for cards using this collection of products, and it helped me brainstorm like a retirement card, it could be, or maybe a graduation card, depending on, who you want to give it to, or someone traveling cross country or moving or something like that. My stepdaughter, who her husband and our grandbaby, who we met for the first time on Wednesday, and he just turned a year old on Monday, same day as Debbie's birthday. They're in Washington, D.C. right now, and they came down to visit. And Lexi, my stepdaughter, will be doing a couple of months in San Antonio for her schooling, and then she'll go back to Washington, D.C. area, and I think they'll stay there for about another year. And then I think they're both getting out of the military and may end up moving to California. So they'll be doing a long road trip. So that kind of inspired one of the cards today. So I think this one's going to be more of my retirement type card. And then this one's going to be the adventure begins type of card. So I'm going to set this one aside and we'll do that in a few minutes. We'll start with this one. Pretty much everything's pre-cut. I'm starting out with a 5.5 by 8.5 piece of what color is it? Wild wheat. I'm getting confused with the white willow, I guess. So it's wild wheat cardstock, just the 8.5 by 11 cut in half. And we need to do some scoring on this. So let's get started on that. All right, 5.5 by 8.5 wild wheat. I'm gonna score it at 2 1/8. I think I've got it up here so y'all can see. Score blade is up here, so make sure you're not using your cutting blade. So 2 1/8, 4 1/4. and 6 3/8. This one might be a little tricky with, let's see here. So we got, there's 6 1/4. There's not, the line I guess would be right there at that, um, where the measurements are and the gray. So let's hope that works. All right, so that's an interesting score line. While we're at it, we're going to take, I think, this piece. So this was regular 8.5 by 11 Stampin' Up! Cardstock. This is the two-tone cardstock. So I wanted to incorporate that. This would work for a card base, but you'd be better off using your 8.5 by 11 because it's a little bit more sturdy. So this piece is 4 by 6. So we're going to the 6 inch, we're going to go to 3 inches and score it in half. Now you don't want to press quite as hard on this because it is a lighter weight. Just make sure, I could probably go a little bit harder on there, but you don't want to tear it. There we go. So you can kind of see it on that side. All right, so I think that's all our scoring that we need done. All right, so this is like an accordion card. So that's right in the center. So we'll do that one first. Get my, let's see. Good morning, Debbie. So we got Debbie Garrett and Debbie McKinney with us. We've had lots of Debbies lately. Okay, and then this one goes this way. So fold it back. And then this is where it gets, so we've done cards like this before. This one's going to fold back too. So we have, I guess it'll be like a V or a W or an M. Okay, there's an M or W, however you want to look at it. Okay, so we've got those two pieces. I think, just going to double check my focus. I did not turn my focus on. Thought I did. There we go. Until the end of this event. That'll work. Okay, so maybe I won't get too many distractions on my phone in my ear. All right, now this piece I'm going to do, you can go either way you want with it, if you want the light side or the dark side. I'm going to do the dark side. I was wondering all week long how I would incorporate this mossy meadow into here because it is part of the Everyday You and Me um, designer series or cardstock. All right, so we've got those pieces. We've got some strips here that I've cut. I think these are 2 by 5 3/8, if I remember correctly. Then we have two pieces here that'll work on this piece. We'll get that here in just a minute. And then I did using the Stylish Shapes dies, I cut that out of the very vanilla two-tone cardstock. And then we need to do a little bit of coloring. And I decided I would just I didn't think about like how I wanted to color this exactly, but let's start off with, we'll just do the tires. This is Gray Granite Dark. I'm not going to try to be super careful. I mean, kind of. I guess you could do the center. I don't know. I'm just going to go around and color this with our stamping blends. There's a bumper we could do right there, front and back. And I think I'll do the steps as well. And then let me visualize this. How about, let's see here. I think I'm going to do light Lost Lagoon. And we'll do just a little bit of the wild wheat for like the awning, I guess. So let's make our van, our camper. I keep debating on like what I want to call it. I even called it a minivan. We talked a little bit about on Wednesday, I think it could be an ice cream truck. Where is that? It wasn't on this. Maybe I'll do the door with dark. So again, this is the light Lost Lagoon. I just have to use a light touch right up in here. Not gonna try to do any fancy shading or anything this time. Does anybody else have any other ideas of how you would use this stamp set? I think it's just darling. I've had fun with it. And the artisan design team that I'm a part of, they used it in their samples last week. You can go check out the Stampin' Up um, social media sites, Facebook and Instagram, to see. I'm going to do light and see how that works with the wild wheat. So I got this color combination idea from Kim McGillis because she used these papers with the Adventure Together. That was their focus project last week. And so I really liked what she did with it. Trying to decide. I think I'm going to bring in the Mossy Meadow to do the grass right there. We are going to stamp some. So I've got colors that all coordinate with this. We'll do the light for this little patch of grass. It seems kind of like a window garden, flower, window flower, flower window. What do they call it? I don't know why I'm going to do dark. What do they call the flower things on the windows on the house? That's kind of what this is reminding me of. There we go. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to color this in then. I'm not sure how I want to do maybe I'll just put a little circle there. I think I already got ink in the inside, so I may have to. All right, I'm liking how that looks. It's fine. Let me go over this a little bit more, smooth out the color on the door. I need to go get some new contacts. I'm having a hard time. Okay, so there's a little bit of color right in there that I don't want in there. And I think I do have what do they call it? Color, color lifter. And I've seen where if you push it, let's see, if you push it in, I may be pushing it a little bit too hard. Almost like you're pushing the color back into that area. Then you've got to kind of clean up that little mess right there. So let's see if can I may have went a little bit too crazy right there. Oh well, we'll let it dry a little bit and see what happens. Kind of has a shadow effect. All right, I mean, I think that right there is probably good. I don't know that I need to do anything else. Okay, we're gonna leave it like that for now. Oh, let's see. Like we know. Guess our fire's going to be just wild wheat. This is the retirement card that I was talking about. I think I'll do this in this wild wheat. This reminds me of 70s yellow. It's one of our 23, 24, 23, 25 in colors. So it'll be discontinued, I think, in April. All right, so now I'm going to do gray for, and I might, is this the dark? This is the dark. I'm going to do around the inside rim with dark. And that will add just a little depth. And then I'm just going to do it, I think, on this little fire. Trying to decide. Fire pit, fire stand, I don't know. All right, I did light on the bottom, so there was a little bit of shading there. Okay, so there are all our pieces. I'm still trying to decide. I want happy campers. I might do a banner for that. So let's get this built up. First, we need to adhere our pieces. Let's see how my liquid glue works today. It's the color, yes, the color lifter is a Stampin' Up product. Yep, that one right there. So it should, yeah, I don't remember where I found it in the catalog. But it is available. A flower box. Okay, that's right, Debbie. Hey, Laura. Yep. And we're going to put, so this is the front. We're going to put our pieces right on there. Let's see if my glue will work properly. See how messy I can get today. Just, I'm looking at the leaves. I think I like it better that way. So there's that wild wheat in that designer series paper. So, okay, we can lay this out kind of like that. I'm going to use the check plaid, whatever you want to call it, buffalo plaid, plaid, gingham. And we're just going to do actually, we're going to do this one on the outside over here. Make it look kind of uniform, I guess. Oops, over here I said. So there's just maybe like a 1/16 of an inch around the edge right there. This is the one thing I do like about the liquid glue is you have a little bit of time to move it around. And then see how I'm going to match those up. Let's see. Okay, so I think that's good. That's what we got. Now we're going to adhere this like that. I think I will use some tear and tape. And we're going to just put it on the outside edge, right there and right here. And so this will end up making like a standard size card. So we'll have to use our glass mat to figure that out exactly. All right, so this is about 2 1/8. And we just want to be, I guess, let me do it. I'll line this up on my, there may be an easier way to do this, but this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to put it at the 4 1/4 right here. And then I need to center it. So 5 1/2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it should be right about there. So position it at 1 1/4 inch, the edge right there. And then this can lay down just like this. And I think this will work. All right, so we have that right there. So you have your 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Voila! Look, how fun and easy and cute is that? All right, now we just need to decorate this up. This piece I'm going to put back here so you have a place to write. I might end up, let me look at, yeah, so it's going to be this way, but you're going to put this piece, the white, basic white, right here. That'll give you a little place to write your message. You could also like just scribble something back here if you wanted to, I suppose. And then I'm going to put this piece right here, I believe. Uh, mm, I I'm going to do that, I guess. You could do either side if you wanted to. I was just kind of thinking more of a sky background because I'm going to put this up here and then this, I think, down here, and then we'll put something like that just hanging around here. So our message could go up in here possibly. This is where I haven't completely figured out. I wanted to bring in some of the trees. So I think I have an idea. I think I just want to stamp the trees in the mossy meadow. So let me grab my mossy meadow ink pad. And that's how I'll kind of incorporate more of the mossy meadow in here. Because there is no mossy meadow in the designer series paper. But you need green for trees, so I think I'll keep it like, and I don't think I'm going to change it out to the little ones. I think I'm just going to stamp it off back here. Okay, give some dimensions. That means we want to stamp this off on some scrap paper, which I need to find. I'll just use this piece I have. I think I was going to use this anyways for something. Okay, and then we can come over here and stamp it again. All right, I think that's going to work. We'll keep it simple like that. So we can just lay it back here. I think that's all I'm going to do. We still need our sentiment, but I think I have an idea. So on Wednesday, I made this little stencil out of a scrap, and that's how I did this on my page. I just stenciled a little bit of the tread marks back there. I don't know if I want to do that right here. If I do it kind of like that, I could do it in a um, and I've got all the colors here. I can use whatever color I want. I guess we could go ahead and do it in the pecan pie. That's what I've been doing most of the sponging with. And that will just kind of give, I'll show you kind of what I did. So I'm just gonna kind of position it best I can right in the center there. And that'll give our van camper a little place to kind of rest. So just hold it on there and just lightly swirl around here. We're just adding a little color to that designer series paper. I'm going to lift it up to see if I like it. Maybe a little bit darker. You could do this on just a piece of copy paper if you wanted to as well. So it just adds another little texture to the project. And I think I can just, yeah, pop that up right there. And we still want to stamp our sentiment here in a minute. And right there. So I think I'm going to stamp my sentiment and then cut it out. Oh, I forgot. Look, I've got these different labels right here too. So maybe we'll just do this one right here since the label is included. And you know what? We never did this. We never used that. I wish I had. I'm thinking on my other card. I don't know if maybe we'll do that on the other card. I'm going to lay that over there and we'll see. The green would have been great. I could have done a little strip of um, grass right there. All right, so I think I'll do it. I want to be able to see some of that thread right there. And then we can just pop. I think I'm just going to kind of, maybe I'll use a a mini right there in this corner maybe. And let's see if that works. So most of that's going to be just sitting on. It can kind of hang off a little bit if you want it to. So kind of building up a little scene. Position it how what looks good, kind of like that. I think that works, okay? And then our little fire, same thing. I don't know if I want it up there. I'll just do it right there close to because a van, minivan, camper, whatever you want to call it, can kind of be like further back behind there we go. So something like that. Now let's do, yeah, I think, see this little smudge I made? I can cover it up right there with the happy camper. And I think I'll just stamp it on basic white. Um, and I guess I'll do it in, how about we do it in the wild wheat? Whoops. Let me find that. So I got, since it's on our cling stamp, I'm just going to stamp it and then die cut it out. So let's do it like right here. I think that'll be good. I don't dare try to stamp it on a pre-cut with, especially since it's not see-through. All right, so now we need our cut and emboss machine. And I might put that over here. Yeah, do I have ink somewhere on my glass mat? I thought so, right here. I'll get it. I kind of thought I saw it, but I ignored it. All right, so this can cut. So there's two actual little labels in this die set that are perfect for cutting out these particular sentiments, but then they can be used for any other sentiments you might have. from your other bundles. So always remember that. You can use them so many different ways. I even used this just to make little tabs on my project from uh, Wednesday. I used the other one. I cut it in half and then used it in different places. So if you just want to add a little extra something something, like let me look at this, and maybe I could even do, while we have this out, we'll cut something out of our scraps. See what we got. We could do the same thing. I was wondering if I could do, probably just do some out of this. Watch. I kind of really liked this. What did I drop? Oh, just a scrap. I'm gonna find out what I did with the top. So push that up there, and let's cut an extra one while we're here, just to add a little bit more character to our project. So if you ever create something and you're just looking at it like, God, it just needs something, there's something not quite finishing off. These are just little ideas, tips and ideas. Let me put my plate somewhere that I can get to them. Let me also, um, there's some paper towel. I'll clean the ink off my, I don't know where my, um, you got a good eye, Christine. I have my alcohol hiding back there somewhere, I think. So, all right, let's bring our card in. We can finish this off. I can put, I'm gonna pop it up. I think I'm gonna use little ones. And I think I can just put them all the way across. Like 3 of Stamping Dimensionals. I didn't put any twine. We'll see if we can add some in here a little bit. I'm gonna put it about right here, I think. Okay. We have a little bit of embellishing we need to do. So this, well, I was originally thinking I would put it right up here, but I don't know that it'll fit. So let's see. Scissors. I cut it in half. I could put it down here, but I don't think this is really where I wanted it. I was thinking, oh, I've already got the glue in there. So let's, well, it might be okay just right there, or poking out a little bit more right there. Hmm. I'm going to cut it down just a little bit more, like about like that. And I think I might can tuck it up in there, kind of like that. I'm going to stick it on there. I don't know if I like it that much or not, but just wanted to show you how you can. You could even do it like this over here. But if you did it that way, then it'd make your card too wide. Let's see if I can get it on there properly, how I would. I can't get up under there very much, the green, because I use the liquid glue, but I can sneak up there just a little bit. All right, so you could make kind of like a little tab right there. Don't know that that was completely necessary. If I didn't have this here, I might put it somewhere else and then I would like the tab, but I think that works because you could even do like one. Let me see if I can get it off now. I didn't do very good on that one. There we go. Put it like right up here or right down here. I'm going to put it up here. And just trying to decide where I want it. I don't know what. Sometimes I have to see where it makes my eye happy. And then I think I'll save those. That gives three. Might could do another one somewhere, but that works. And I'm kind of wondering, do I want to incorporate maybe a little bow? Let me see. Let me make a tiny bow and see what it looks like. Some of the linen thread. All right, here comes Lady, ready to go outside. Lady is our American Staffordshire Terrier mix pit bull, I think. Like literally the best dog we ever had. Okay, okay, okay. There we go. It's been a beautiful week here. It was a little chilly yesterday. So I'm kind of, maybe I can make it kind of work right in there. Let's see. I'm gonna cut a little bit of that off. I'm gonna get a glue dot and we're gonna see if we can pop this in somewhere that it'll look sweet. Could have put it underneath. I didn't think about that. That would have been probably good if you had it underneath there. I don't think I can. I don't know if I can. Yeah, I might be able to. Let's see. I never think to do this, but like just have it back behind here. Okay, that's what we're doing. We're just adding it right in there. You can kind of play around with this and make it turn however you want, depending on, you can straighten it with your fingers sometimes. So just whatever. I don't know that it really matters where it goes. All right, so there's card number one. Got a cool, fun fold, and see, it would stand up on the desk. Have your little message over here. Could also write on the back if you wanted to. But that's a fun one. Happy campers, happy retirement. That's what I was thinking of, is more of like a retirement card. So there's that one. And let's move on and get this second one done. I don't know if we'll use that anywhere, but I'll keep it handy. And we'll use up probably our embellishments. All right, so this one, we have another 5.5 by 8.5 piece, but this is the two-tone cardstock. So it's a little bit lighter weight card base. But I think the way we're doing this fun fold, it will make it a little bit sturdier, what we're doing. So we'll give it a try and see. Okay, so we're gonna just do a standard size 4.25 score line right here. Remember, you want to be careful and don't press too hard on that. You don't want to tear through it. I'm going to fold it this way. I think we're going to cut off a little bit here. So let me bring my trimmer back in. So once you have it a standard size, 5.5 by 8.5, score it at 4.25. Then on the front here, we're going to trim off 1 1/8 inch. Okay, let me double check, but I think that's right. Okay, So then that's just another scrap. So we end up with this, and it works great with the two-tone. And then this piece right here, this is the very vanilla two-tone. So you can see maybe it's hard to tell. That side's lighter than this side. Now we're going to do this. This piece is 6 by 5 and 1/8. No, 5 1/4. 6 by 5 1/4. We're going to turn it this way, and we're going to score it 3 inches. I want the light side on the inside because we're making like another I'm gonna score it. So let me get my score cup blade out of the way. So it's going to be like a fun fold on the inside. So you'll have like 2 flaps to open it up. Okay, so like that's going to sneak in right in there. Okay, so let's build up the front first. We're going to do this piece, I believe, first. And I'm building the card. How about we do what we did last time? So let's get all our pieces together. All right, so there's all those. We got to do a little bit of coloring again. I think I'm going to use the Let the Adventure Begin. So, I mean, this one could be a retirement card too, but I was also thinking maybe like a boy's graduation card. Do you have any other ideas? Shoot them out there to me. That'd be awesome. All right, so this card looked like this one. Somewhere I had, oh, there's the door. I could put the door with the cardstock right there. I think I am going to try to cut a little bit of grass. All right, let's see. I don't know that I want to do it just like that one, but we've got kind of the same color scheme going. So, but I think I'm going to do we'll just kind of like do it opposite. This is the light wild wheat. So let's do our van or camper. Just kind of using those words interchangeably. And I did it again. I got a little bit of color there. Sometimes the bullet point might work better. And then we'll go here. I have my contacts. I have bifocal contacts, or they're set up so that I can see one set of contacts I can see long distance really well. The other set of contacts I can see close up really well. And I did that. I had them kind of interchange because I was struggling seeing up close. But then before Bevan started driving, I was having to drive her back to San Angelo every other weekend to see her dad. And I was needing to see long distance better. So the contacts I have in right now are long distance ones. And so I have a hard time seeing up close right now, and I'm making a mess. I can tell that much. So I need to fill my prescriptions again or get my eyes um, tested and get a new prescription probably, or just get more contacts. All right, so let's do gray. Let's do similar. This is dark. I'm gonna just go around the rim, I guess. So anyways, I can bring in that color lifter here in a minute and see if I can lift out some of that color. And then I'll do the brush, the light. And color in the bumper and the stairs, steps. I'll do that color lifter real quick and see if, so push, okay. So I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna try to push that little bit of color up into the black and not touch. That worked well. Same thing right there. They just said push it back up into. See a little bit up there, but that part doesn't matter because I'm gonna take the dark and do the, you know what? I think I'm gonna go dark, light, dark, light. Or you could leave some of them white. I don't like that. But then I need to push up a little bit more of that color because I did get a little wild wheat down in there. I could color those wild wheat, I guess, technically. There's a little bit right there too I got. I'm just now seeing. Go over that just a tiny bit more. Looks pretty good. All right. I guess again, I will bring in a little bit of the mossy meadow. This is the light. Since it does look like grass, I guess I'll add that in there. And then I guess let's try the dark. Oh yeah. Let's see. You can flip the pokey tool into the flat end to lift the paper. Yeah, I've done that. All right. Excuse me, I almost choked on my coffee. Let's see what. Okay, I think I'm gonna just stick him on there, that door, that camera that I that I thought it was a camera until I cut it, and then it all kind of clicked. I was like, oh, I guess I just did. I guess it would have been cool if they had done a um, die cut for the awning as well. I don't know why they just did. Well, they did wheels. I didn't even think to. Let's see, kind of maneuver that on there so that it lines up good. All right, so we got a dark door. There are little wheels that we could, look, I never did try to cut any of those out. I do have gray paper. So I'm gonna put them here we'll see. Maybe I'll cut those out depending on what else we need to do because we did want to maybe cut some grass this time. All right. I mean, I think that's pretty much done. And we'll cut this let's get our card together and we'll see what we can do, where we can go with it. All right, so let's score that a little bit. This piece can go on the inside here. So since it's two-tone, I'm not sure how that liquid glue will work. So I'm going to just use some adhesive glue. All right, so you want to make sure it can fold good. So you have like a 1/8 of an inch top and bottom. Okay, so it'll open up this way and this way. Okay, now let's put these pieces. Let me look and see if this works because it almost Let me see. I think one of these pieces need to be cut a little bit smaller. Like, I gotta decide which one I want to go where. This piece is gonna go back here. I think this piece is gonna go right here. I think that'll work. Let me put this one down first. Guess we'll find out if it warps the, I won't put very much. So I'm gonna put that one down. And I think I'm gonna trim this piece. I had it cut at 1 inch, but I'm going to cut it down like just a 1/16 of an inch, maybe. So I'm not sure if that's enough. Let me see if I did a, yeah, that'll work. I'm just kind of looking back here. It looks fine, I think, as long as you don't get too heavy-handed with the glue. Smear it around so it's not super thick. And that just leaves like a 1/16 of an inch border around there. And then this one, I guess I will do like that. And you'll go like right there. Did I cut it down? I think I did. Okay. So move it a little bit closer to the edge because again, it has even like maybe a 1/16 of an inch all the way around there. Okay, that'll work. And now we want to, we're gonna have to decorate this piece. But let's do this up first so I can decide what I want to do with this right here. So I'm thinking I'm just going to layer this. We could bring in, there's my twine. I want to tie a bow. I'm going to do 2 pieces right here. When I use the linen thread, I almost always like to, I didn't on this one, but I do like to do a double strand a lot of the time. All right, so I think I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of that. I don't think this time I will bring in any trees. And I don't think, well, before I do that, let me decide about my title. So I think I'm going to bring some, I think my idea is to like pop that up, bring some ribbon around, be able to tie a bow up or down. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it exactly yet. And then maybe if I do this down here, and then I can stamp the let thee. I might do just let thee up here. And then on the inside, we'll do adventure begins. We're going to decorate up this part right here. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so let's first do this. So it's a little bit of either masking or just being real careful with the cardstock. So this is going to go up here, kind of overlapping over here. Inkwise, let me kind of see what I want to do here. I think I'm going to try to cut some grass just to go right along there. Maybe if I do grass with the mossy meadow, maybe I'll just do mossy meadow stamp, because then I'll have Mossy Meadow, and some Mossy Meadow there. I think that'll work. And our cards are going to coordinate. Okay. All right. So let's see if I can ink this up. I may have to, since I can't see through it. I think I did pretty good. Don't think I have any ink on we'll see. I'm going to put it up in this corner. Pretty good. That'll work. Let the, okay, now I want to got those, there we go. Foam dots. I think I'm going to put my ribbon coming around right over here. So I can probably put one right in the middle, one up here, and one up here. So 5. We can bring this in, just matching up my ends so I can go like right in between there. I'm gonna go ahead and put it down, and then I can move it back and forth. All right, right in there. Oops. These are the stylish shapes that I used, the squares. Okay, so probably want it like that. I guess I can go ahead and tie it, and I might do it all the way over here. Maybe like right about there. Heard a little ding in my ear, so Jeff's texting me. All right, there's that. I think that'll work. I may trim some of that off or not. It kind of is cute like that. And then this piece we're going to pop up as well. I didn't get it super tight, but I think that's okay. I'm going to use the little ones, I think this time, just to kind of go over top of that twine. I think it'll just kind of go like that. Maybe that could be like kind of like smoke. And then I think I am going to cut a little bit of, we'll see, up I'm going to do it where I'm going to push it even just a tiny bit more. So it's not really like right in, it's kind of coming over the edge there. I like that, how that looks. Now, this could be like a bus too, but I see it as something different like all the time. A van, a bus, a camper, an ice cream truck. Be really cool if it was a margarita truck. Tacos and margaritas. All right. Let me I think I have, yes, I do. I have some Mossy Meadow cardstock still. So let's make a little grass to lay over top of here. So the way this die is made, you have to cut like a little strip, I guess. So I just want it to go like right over I guess, um, bottom here of the tires where they're just kind of peeking through, like it's sitting in the grass or something. So I'm just going to cut maybe, oh gosh, maybe just like I don't know, let me think for a minute. Um, We'll do a 1/2 inch strip here, and then we may cut it down to like a 1/4 inch. And I'm going to cut it to like, I'm going to position it here, kind of figure out where I want it. We can cut it shorter if we need to. Close up my ink pad. Now, bring in, move everything aside. And while we're at it, since we're cutting this, I'm going to also cut some of those. I'm going to do the light side. Let's see here. I'm going to put it up here toward the top. Actually, I'm going to put it down a little bit lower so it is just a little bit. I'm going to put it like right in the center. So it'll cut this part off up here. We can discard that. And I think this will be about a 1/4 inch of grass. I'm going to grab a little scrap. Well, I don't know if I have a little scrap of the, yeah, I do. Basic gray granite. It's gray granite. I'm going to just stick that in here too, wherever there are those little, I want to see what these do. I want to see what they look like. I think these are just little parts of the um, wheels, is what I'm assuming. But I wasn't, I mean, it's got to be what they are, right? Okay, we'll cut all this together. I should go through ahead of time, which I may start doing, and just cutting all the pieces ahead of time before the week even begins, and then I'll know what everything is. Since I was so shocked and surprised this time. Let's see, poke that out. I guess it would just kind of be like a hubcap. Put these back over on the magnetic sheet before I lose them. Those little tiny dies, they just blow me away. Look how cute that is. Okay, just not sure. Let's see. All right, can get all this out of the way and let's put it together. So let's see if I like that. And I did it almost the length of that, but I really just want it over here. Or if you put it underneath, you won't really be able to see it. So I feel like it has to go over top. Maybe cut it off a little bit shorter. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I like this or not. Let me play around with it just a tiny bit. If it's just like right there, I could put, I gotta figure out how to adhere it. Just a patch of grass right there. Yeah, it's okay. I don't know. We'll finish up everything and see what we think. Oh, I think I'll just put glue right here. That'll probably be easier. I'm just gonna put this over the grass. Might need. And it could go over I'm putting it over the tires, I guess. It could go over, and maybe that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to go over the little window area too. But they fit perfectly right in there as well. So let me get that a little bit closer so you can see. So it could go over the window. Oh well, I'm leaving it like this. I think that'll work fine. All right, so got my ribbon or my thread on there. Is there anything else? I don't think so. I'm going to put it on this front flap with some dimensionals. I want it about centered, so we'll only put them like right here and to this side. I need to double check I keep hearing little dings in my ear, and I need to just double check that that's nothing important in my messages. No, just making sure it's not Bevan. She was talking about coming home for lunch, but then I think she decided not to. Oh, and then Jeff is telling me 10 squats. So I saw this cool reel last night, and it said that if during an 8-hour workday, if every 45 minutes you got up from your desk and did 10 squats, it would be equivalent to walking 30 minutes. So I've already done 20 squats today, y'all. I did them first thing in the morning when I got up before I took Kyle to school, and then I did 10 right before I went live. I'm like, hey, I like to do squats. So, and then also it would be awesome because if the weather's yucky outside, then I don't have an excuse for not walking. So we'll see what that does, see how that works out. But can you imagine you would do like 75 to 100 squats probably for the day? All right, where are my embellishments? Where did they go? There they are. All right, so we'll go ahead and embellish, and then we've got to do that one other flap. We got to decorate it up just a tiny bit. All right, so now so I limited myself to just 2 strips of these, and probably put one down here. So I could put like two. That's the back flap. Can't seem to get it off there. Sometimes I love this thing, and other times it's kind of annoying. My take your pick tool. I gotta get my adhesive. Hello. Okay, now let's try it. See, it gets kind of catty-wampus or funky, and so you gotta kind of squish it back on there. See, there we go. All right, let me get back to my screen so I can see, and then we can do maybe, yeah, we'll just do it up here. I like that. You have two more we can maybe put on the other card or whatnot. Okay, let the adventure. So these were letters I had left over from cutting those. Let me show you the scrap. On Wednesday, I cut this twice, 2 times. I was able to get the words I was able to get hit the road and life is a highway out of there by cutting 2 of those. And then what was left over, I was able to pull out the word adventure. Now, kind of have to decide how I want to do this. I don't think it'll fit across here. Let's just get all the letters on here and see. I'm thinking a couple of different ways. And wherever we put it, we got to stamp begins kind of around it, underneath it. So I thought about just doing, I guess I could do that. Could just do, I don't know, what would it look like this? I don't think it'll fit going down this way. I'm not sure if it will adventure, and it may be too long. Pretty sure, yeah, it's gonna be too long that way. So really your only option, I think, is to do, I'm visualizing doing it this way. But let's adventure, let's see. Because then we can do begins at the end. Adventure. And there is another way I thought of too. Adventure. But I just want to show you. Let's see. We can put it down this way and put begins, adventure begins. Let the adventure begin. Also do this. Let me, but I want your opinion on this one because I was kind of like, I don't know if they could figure that out. If I did 3 letters. So if you want to help me out, leave a comment. As I thought about doing it this way. Would that I mean, it spells adventure. I just don't know if they could figure it out. And you could put begins right here. Do you like it this way? 3 down. Tell me 3 down or right edge. Let's see. Let the adventure begin. Anybody, anybody, anybody. So I'm fixing to make up my mind. I'm not seeing comments, so I don't know. I'm going to do it this way and put begins. All right, so let's just start from the bottom here. This is just something a little bit different. It'll challenge them to see or to read, like, what does that say? All right, where is my, there it is. I like my silicone mat so that the adhesive doesn't stick. Oh, there we go. I saw it. Sorry, Christine. I just now saw it. So I already started this. I'm going to do it this way this time. Sure. Something a little bit different, I guess. Either or, I guess I felt like it was kind of funny going this way too or different adventure. And what I used Mossy Meadow, I think. So I guess I'll use Mossy Meadow to stamp the begins. And if you wanted to, I don't think I would stamp. Oh, I know what I can do. Because there's that cute little stars and moon. All right, so I need to make sure this is clean. So let me get my chamois out and get that clean. I want it to be dry. And now I just need to try to ink up the begins. Get this out of the way. I can move that out of the way now. And let's see if I can only ink up. Now, I'll do it this time. I did this on, no, I didn't do it during my live. I did it afterwards, but here's a even easier way you could do this. Just put a post-it note, or this is my post-it tape. So it's going to, you can just ink it up like this, and then you remove that, and you should be good. Just double checking. Let the adventure begin. I was going to put it like right down here. I don't know if I got it low enough, but yeah, that works. And then How about, since I have it just sitting here, the wild wheat, I'm going to stamp that, the little moon and stars. And then we'll have used all the stamps from, let me see if I want it, like probably right up in here. This piece is not really too, don't want to press too hard or I'll get the edges. Ta-da! Yeah, so this is kind of just like your second card front right here. You could have layered paper on here if you wanted and done something totally different. Let the adventure begin, and then you have all this area to write in. All right, I love it. Those are our cards today. So that's what you can recreate with my Scrap and Create kit. I'm going to go ahead and just stick these. I'm going to put one right here, I think. And this last one, maybe like right down in here just somewhere. Okay, so we used it all. And that piece, you could take that and put it like right there. That's a fun thing to do. I'm going to add to it. Just use it up. It can be like a banner, a tab. So you could bring this over here and just stick it right there just to add something. All right. So let's review just real quick what we created this week. And when you spend, when you make a purchase of whatever products you want, I would suggest getting the Adventure Together bundle, which includes, I think I have everything. No, I don't. They're all these dies. Could do just the stamp set, but I would encourage you to get the dies as well. So you can get the bundle 10% off actually. And then it also has this other stamp right there. So the Adventure Together, purchase that along with any other additional products you need to equal $50 before tax and shipping. Today is the last day for celebration. If you bump it up to $60, you'll not only get my Scrap and Create kit. These are so papers basically and some embellishments to recreate my projects, but you'll also get a free celebration item. This is the last day to grab those free products. There's lots of fun things. I've used some of these in the past weeks. This is probably my very favorite, especially for scrapbooking, the document the day. So you can get this 9 stamps free for scrapbook titles and cards. I've seen people use cards, but you'll get your Scrap and Create kit that you can with instructions. You'll get cutting dimensions along with supplies list. And so you'll get all the paper, you'll get the cutting dimensions, and then the products, a list of supplies that I used, stamping blends, the watercolor pencils, the stamp pads, along with links to the videos for the week. This was the 12 by 12, so you can recreate my 12 by 12 two-page layout, my 12 by 12 scrapbook page, along with the cards. And look, this is almost a card right here too. This was inspired by Kim McGillis, specifically this design. And then even this was just a little bit how I did the camper here. And then I just used stamping blends on today's. All right. If you have any questions, let me know. If you're not signed up for my newsletter, there is a link down at the bottom of the description of this video. You can sign up for my newsletter to stay up to date on what's happening. with my Stampin' Up business and be the first to know about the actual details of new things to come, especially my Scrap and Create Kit Club that officially kicks off on Monday. So I'll have a new kit of products of papers and embellishments that we'll work with. I need to double check inventory, but I think I'm going to be using the, let me look and see where it went. Oh, these are so darling, y'all. The paper, which is, let me see if I can get the name of it real quick. Let me find it. I'll show you what my plan of action is at the moment. 'Cause we have quite a few things that are out of stock right now. So I'm thinking I'm going to do the Storybook Garden Patch along with the Timeless Plaid 6x6 paper pack. So this is just something to look forward to. The paper is actually, I think it's back ordered, but it's supposed to come back next week. So I'm going to go ahead and use it. But look at that paper pack you'll get 12 sheets of this, I believe. I haven't broke it down yet. And then I'm going to be using the petal pink ribbon along with the antique pearls. And we'll do some gardening pages and whatever else ideas ChatGPT can help me with. I'm going to have, I just realized we're going to have to use alphabet stamps because there's no sentiments in this one. So we'll get creative and do some fun things with that. I may bring in no, it'll be too late to use that stamp set that I just mentioned. So I'll have to get creative on that one. We'll see. There may be another stamp set that I end up using. So thanks for joining me this week. I hope y'all had fun. I know I did. I really was looking forward to this everyday happiness collection. And one last thing, I just remembered I need to put a plug in about for March 13th, I believe. I'm going to be doing my scrapbook workshop kit. So this one right here, it's the same collection of products, but we'll be using the Everyday You and Me scrapbooking workshop, plus it's got a sticker sheet that comes with it. And so if you want to participate in that with me, you'll need to order your Everyday You and Me kit. It's got a stamp set that goes with it, more of the cardstock. And I was thinking there was something else, but I guess not. All right, so I'll be making these pages, but adding a little extra something to each one. I did that with the Meant to Be collection and it went over really well. So we'll make 3 2-page layouts. So that's coming up in 2 weeks. And I'll have details of how to order that kit in my newsletter as well. So that'll be coming this afternoon or early evening, my newsletter. So be sure to sign up if you haven't already. All right, I'm going to sign off. Take care. Have a great weekend. I think Jeff and I are going to go to San Antonio tomorrow for the day, just the two of us, because we need a little break from life, I guess. Probably have some Mexican food and those margaritas I was mentioning earlier. We're going to go find a margarita truck, I guess. All right. Have fun, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you for commenting. I so appreciate getting to chit chat back and forth with y'all. And I'm going to go through and read the rest of your comments too, make sure I didn't miss anything. So holler at me, um, email me, or message me if you have questions about something. Have a great weekend. Bye.